Bethesda have recently updated Starfield with their November update. Now, the November update is definitely one of the best ones we've seen in quite a while. It comes with tons and tons of mission and bug fixes, but not just that, it also comes with a new quest line via the Creations Hub, and also a brand new vehicle via the Creations Hub as well. Now, these two are awesome. Questline, really cool. We'll have another video going into the questline and checking that out in a couple of days' time. But for this one, we're going to compare what the REV-8 and the new Deimos vehicle are actually like. The REV-8 was showcased really nicely. Loads of cool stuff on that one. It looked fast, it looked fun, but then when it was delivered, it is a little bit slow. It's a little bit clunky. But the two of them have their own qualities. Obviously, the Deimos seems to be much quicker, and it is equipped with an RPG. Now, the RPG is really good against enemies. I've used it myself a few times so far, and it does actually work really well up against any enemies. It's just got a decent amount of explosive. Now, acquiring these vehicles, if you haven't already done it, is pretty damn simple. Go to a ship services technician, give him 25 grand. You can upgrade it and do everything that you'd like to do, make it your own, change a load of paints on it, and it's just an all-round pretty cool vehicle. You can't upgrade anything, you can't change the stats on them, you can upgrade weapons, but we'll go over how to do that in just a second. Now, obviously, simple thing, go straight to your ship services technician, see whichever one you go to, it doesn't matter, and then wherever you land, your little vehicle will appear next to you. Relatively easy, relatively simple, and just works well. You don't have to do anything else, no ship modifications or anything like that. So first up, this is the REV-8. This one came out in September. It is loads of fun. It is a little bit slower than what the trailers made it seem. Now, for the stats of this one, these will vary on both vehicles depending on your skill set, because if you've got certain perks, you will be able to increase the damage that the cannons do. But for the fire rate, we have 1.5, 51.47, and 25% armor. The retrievable exploration vehicle is the classic buggy from Nova Galactic's heyday, light on protection but very maneuverable, and has a laser turret on top. Now, as I've shown you before, the laser turret on this one is quite good because you can farm resources as well as using it as a weapon, so it does have the advantage over the Deimos, whatever you want to call it, over the other vehicle, because that one is a rocket launcher that is much more based for combat and speed. This one is relatively slow in terms, especially when compared with the other vehicle. It's slow, especially when the trailers did make it seem a lot quicker than what it was. So that is a shame, but it is a cool vehicle nonetheless. Now, next up is the Deimog, which is obviously the brand new one, which came out a few days ago on the 19th of November. This thing is beastly. It's definitely, in my opinion, it feels better and runs better than the REV-8. The REV-8 is still a classic, but this one comes in with a fire rate of 1.75, physical damage of 171.60, and armor at 60%. So definitely all-round more of a combat vehicle. It looks and feels better, I feel, and overall that armor protection, really good when you're going up against enemies. The other one is great for farming materials and animals. This one definitely better in an all-round fight. It's designed with high speed for planetary touring and exploring, and a monocoque chassis protects human passengers, and the mounted rocket launcher provides defensive capabilities. So the rocket launcher is really fun to use. Definitely more powerful than the laser itself, packs a hell of a punch. Now, as I mentioned, you can actually upgrade the power of the weaponry on both the REV-8 and the Deimog. Now, the Deimog will require one less skill than the REV-8. The REV-8, you're going to need to get lasers, but then for both of the vehicles, you will need to upgrade these ones here. Heavy weapons, demolitions, targeting, and sharpshooting. Once you've upgraded all of those, both vehicles' weaponry will become a lot more powerful. Now, obviously, the REV-8 does have a little bit of an advantage over the Deimog itself, and that is because with the REV-8 you can actually go out and farm resources as well as attack enemies with it. Now, yes, attacking enemies with the laser does work, but nowhere near as well as the actual Deimog itself. The Deimog's explosives are much more high powered, much more concentrated, and you don't need to be on target as much as you would with a laser system. Now, the laser systems are great, they do a decent chunk of damage, and obviously the benefit of them is that you can farm resources as well as take on enemies. So all round, I think weaponry wise, both of them have their bonuses and their negatives. Obviously, the Deimog, if you are going out there trying to raid a base, take out some ships, raid some ships of your own, then yes, that's the way you're going to want to go. But if you are farming resources in between doing all of that, then I'd highly recommend using the REV-8. Now, when it comes to performance, both vehicles do have their own merits, but I highly recommend the Deimog. The Deimog does get you around the map a hell of a lot faster, and it's just a smoother experience. With its upwards thrust and forwards thrust, you can shoot yourself into the air. Same with the REV-8, but I do feel like, and this might just be my feeling, I do feel like the Deimog has a lot more power and speed and thrust behind it. So you can get where you want to go a hell of a lot quicker, and you're not bumping into things as much. Now, when it does come to the actual performance of both vehicles, it is the same. They're both matching. They both clip on things. They both get stuck. I just think that the Deimog is a much easier maneuverable vehicle, so you can get out of sticky situations without as much of that, you know, reversing forward, up, down, left, right, and all of that jazz. You can get out of a sticky situation a lot easier in the Deimog, I feel like. And I do like both of the vehicles, but I do think the Deimog is a lot cooler. Now, the big bonus that the Deimog has against the REV-8 is the fact that you can actually have cover. The Deimog is a fully concealed cockpit, so you are not receiving nowhere near as much of the amount of damage as you would when it comes to the REV-8. But as I mentioned, the REV-8 is much more of a scout vehicle rather than an all-out assault vehicle. Whereas the Deimog, you can go out there and blow the shit out of anything that comes near you, and you don't really have to worry too much. You're still going to be able to get away if you want to, or just blow everything up that comes anywhere near you. And with the upwards and forwards thrusters, you can do it pretty much from the air if you are on a low-gravity planet. The lower the gravity, the easier both vehicles are to control. When it does come to the REV-8, I do feel like it is a lot slower, moves really clunky, and it will clip on almost everything. But the Deimog seems to be a lot smoother when it is driving. Yes, you still have those really annoying clipping issues, but I think we're going to have that with any vehicle, unless there's something that modders do to sort of remove the obstacles of sort of rocks and stuff like that. Obviously, going close to any of the rocks in these vehicles just seems to completely mess up your flow. I think both vehicles and the way that they drive and move across the terrain is really just clunky. It's inefficient. You can't get where you want to go as fast as you'd like to. Traveling by ship is always the best way to go. Some of these lunar and sort of air vehicles that we've got through the Creations Hub and through modders, they are much better than both vehicles that Bethesda have put in. Now, speaking of those, we are going to have a video either on Friday or next week going over the intricacies and the beauty of some of the vehicles that people have been adding to the game. There are some really phenomenal builds out there. My plan is to do 3, maybe 4 videos a month going over the highlighted creations. So if you have any cool creation ideas that you've seen, let me know in the comments down below. So I'm thinking of doing sort of weapon creation videos, and then we'll do habitat creation, then vehicle, and then questline. I've already started one questline video, which is loads and loads of fun, and you should really check out the questline. It is not free, you do have to have creation credits behind it, but it is all round an enjoyable quest. So as I've mentioned already a few times in the video, I do think both vehicles have their own benefits. They're just enjoyable vehicles to go around in. They're not the best, they're clunky as hell, both of them are, but it all depends on your playstyle. Overall, I think the Deimog is a better vehicle. It is a better vehicle. It's more fun, it's got a bit more firepower, and it gets you around a bit quicker. But some players obviously are going to want to be able to do the farming without jumping in and out of a vehicle every 30 seconds. Now, if that is your type of playstyle, yes, the REV-8 is for you. They're both customizable in the same way. The only major difference is that firing mechanism, one's laser, one's explosive, and obviously being able to extract resources. Then the Deimos, in a combat situation, yes, it does have the protected cockpit, so Once again, it is down to your playstyle. If you are more of an explorer and want to gather resources as you go, REV-8 will be for you. If you want to go out there and fuck shit up, FSU, all the way around, then the Deimog is going to be the one that you'd like. But let me know which one you picked in the comments down below. And on that note, we are going to wrap that one up there. Hopefully you've all enjoyed. If you have, you know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, and stick around for much more Starfield and other RPG-related games. We're going to be covering loads and loads of stuff. We've got Atomfall coming. I do have that other video that I've been promising to do for the past 2 weeks. I am still working on it. I've had some issues with the game itself, which is really annoying. I was very much looking forward to it, but when it's actually working and I've got a decent video about it, I will upload that hopefully end of this week or end of next week. But it will be out before December, so very excited for that. Let me know what you think in the comments below about these two vehicles, though. Are you enjoying them? Do you think they're good value for money? Yes, they're free. They come with the game, but would you rather pay a little bit more to have something that performs well and just works all round better than the two base vehicles that the team have added? Let me know your thoughts down below. For now, thanks for watching. I've been Cowboy, you've been awesome, and we'll see you in the next one.